The year was 2002. Spider-Man, Harry Potter, and Lord of the Rings series all had movies out. U.S. troops launched Operation Anaconda against the remaining Al-Qaeda and Taliban fighters in Afghanistan. The Enron scandal and investigation was in full swing, and I killed my second deer. Killed my first deer when I was 14. 2 years later, I'm now 16 years old, and I killed my second deer. Somehow, my dad, Justin, and I, we drew Unit 22 December tags for Coues whitetail. Great hunt, great time of year to hunt, and we were excited. We had done a bunch of scouting, we'd done a bunch of checking different areas, checking different spots, and then that hunt opened towards the middle of the month. And at this point, I'd only killed one deer. We got into this spot where we knew we had some information that a big buck was hanging out, and we were looking for that buck. We came up over through a saddle, came down, sat down to start glassing, and as I sat down and started getting my stuff out of my pack, my tripod, my binoculars, and getting stuff set up, I'm also scanning with my eyes, just scanning the stuff out in front of me, and I catch some movement, and I see something that looks like it could be a deer, and I'm like, there's no way. So I get my tripod set up, I get my binos, I find what I'm looking at, and sure enough, there's a doe, and then there's another doe. And so I tell Justin and my dad, hey, I've got a couple does, and it's mid-December, so pre-rut, maybe some deer kind of thinking about it, maybe some younger bucks kind of thinking about checking out some does. At any rate, I keep looking around, and here comes a third deer, and he steps out, and he's a buck, and to me, he's a good buck. Super wide, and these deer, they're not super far away, and so I say, hey, I got another deer, and it's a buck. And so they come back, over there and they're looking, and they're both saying, hey, that's a good buck. Do you want to shoot that buck? And I'm thinking, well, yeah, this is my second deer. My first deer, not a very big deer, and here's this really nice buck. And I'm like, absolutely. So it's opening morning, so we range them, and man, just going off my memory, trying to remember, Justin or my dad, they can comment below, but 450, I think 450 yards. And at this point, I'm shooting a 270, just a Winchester 270, a 130 grain Nosler ballistic tip. For whatever reason, I think speed, accuracy, things like that, we were on these ballistic tip bullets. We were shooting them. We could get good accuracy out of them. We were getting good speed out of them. And that first deer I killed 2 years ago with the 95 grain out of a 243, no problems at all. So I start getting set up. I'm able to prone out, and I'm getting set up on this deer. I'm shaking a little bit. I'm excited, and that adrenaline, it starts flowing, and get all set up. And I think Justin might have even set up in case I missed. We wanted to make sure that we took this buck, and if I missed or something and this buck's trying to get out of there, then Justin was gonna shoot. I'm pretty sure, again, I'm going off my memory, right? This was 2002, so this was 22 years ago, and I take the shot and I hit this buck. My dad says, hey, you hit him. He's hit real hard, he's still kind of on his feet. And my dad says, oh, okay, I think you hit him in the neck. Oh, you know, he kept saying, hey, he's gonna go down, or hey, you know, hey, get back on him, get another one in him. So this buck's trying to go down. He's having a hard time. And I get back on him, and I think about the time I get back on him, he goes down and kind of starts rolling down the hill a little bit, and he's done. Let me show him to you. Here he is. So, compared to nothing, right? This is a great buck. And so, you know, the look we got right away was the width on him. Nice and wide. That look from behind, you know. And I was like, yeah, why wouldn't I shoot that buck? This is my second buck. So we go over there, and we're getting set up for pictures and things like that, and we're also checking out how this bullet performed, how it did. And I didn't make the greatest of all shots. It wasn't behind the shoulder, it wasn't high shoulder, it wasn't in the kill zone as far as lungs and heart. It was, right where the body meets the neck, and maybe just a couple inches up into the neck, just the fat, full-on broadside part of the neck. And this bullet, this 130 grain nodular ballistic tip, man, penetrated maybe an inch, maybe 2 inches, and just came into pieces. And luckily blew apart the jugular on that side of the neck. And so within 20-30 seconds he had completely bled out, and that's what killed him. So I got lucky. Again, I could have made a better shot, but we weren't super impressed with that bullet at the time, and started looking at some different options. But check this out, man. Just a awesome representation of a solid Coues deer buck, right? Young buck. You can kind of tell that by the size of his head, things like that, the size of his face, the look on his face. Who knows? Maybe he was a 10-year-old buck, but I don't think so. Had all his teeth. They're not worn down very much or anything like that. But at any rate, if you remember, that was my first buck, and there's my second buck. So quite a jump there. Super happy with him. Super awesome hunt. Opening day, December hunt. And this buck right here, put a tape on him. He ended up scoring right at 94 inches. 94 inches. Main beam length helps him a lot. I barely get an inch. This is a little over an inch. We barely get an inch right here on this point. G2s aren't awesome, but main beam length, inside spread, all that stuff helps him out. 94-inch buck, super happy with him. My second buck, great hunt. Again, if you're liking these videos, subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, share it on social media, and comment below. But that's my second buck. December of 2002 as a 16-year-old.